expressive or much more creative or much more outgoing or extroverted, maybe in, speaking to people on the train, old school. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I had more trust, I feel I'd let go of the stories that I play. That they would become more trivial, because I think sometimes they kind of use them to justify staying where you're at. This is happening to me because that happened and this. So I think if I had more trust, I'd let go of the stories, because I would look at a higher purpose, to fulfill.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, there is logic in love because there is a meaningful way that we can engage with ourselves that doesn't include the formula of what if or if X then Y Z. These are all programming that we take from other people in order to protect ourselves. Yesterday we had a discussion with a couple of people how, especially if we have older parents, their generation were brought up on the formula of, what will people say mentality, which is very damaging. It's something that's not only harmful in a way that it hinders your creativity and your identity and potential, what you can be to conform, but also plays into the narrative of, you'll be outside it, you won't be with the tribe. So that's a sort of like a strong survivalist, in a way to make sure that that formula sticks. And it's very powerful because of that mechanism that, if I'm not protected by the tribe, if I'm not a part of the tribe, then, I will be alone, I will die, and all the horrible narratives that go with it. So I feel like we're finally in the right place and time to undo all of that programming that we've been taught to survive. I feel like we're in the right place to stop that and start thriving and start unraveling all the limitations and discovering what lies beneath, the fears and what can you actually do with all that potential, and not just potential, but also attention capacity. What would we think about if I wasn't thinking about anxiety right now? I could be thinking of great ideas. I could be hugging some of you right now. I could, have a butterfly effect of a positive cascade of things rather than spending 10 minutes of ruminating about how will I protect myself if an imaginary situation happens. Okay, so we have trust, and we have something that was already said, so we would be more revealing, more authentic, because we wouldn't be so scared to be ourselves. We would be able to say, I am who I am, and it doesn't matter what happens because I trust myself to do the right thing if the bad thing happens, and that is the most pure form of being authentic and true to yourself. Of course, we need to make a conscious decision about it and change our ways. We learned about that today, about the unconscious, the mother and the child, and the father, the ideals that we can integrate into our own world if we can. But obviously, we have to do it in a conscious way. We have to sort of self-induce some states sometimes in a safe space to be able to reprogram and relearn some new things. One of which is women and boundaries. As you said, culturally, women are expected to do certain things, to wear certain hats, and to do things for others, and to be naturally nurturing. And that's not how we feel sometimes. Simply, this expectation and this pressure to perform that role that was given to us is sometimes very draining. And we're not focused on self-love and self-care, instead we're focused on damaging ourselves through justification that we're doing something out of love when the energy of the body doesn't agree. So in order to give true love, our mind and body has to be coherent with what we're giving. Otherwise, it's just a programmed, oh, thank you, oh, sorry. It's sort of a loop that plays, but our bodies are very aware of what their mind is doing and what the body is doing. And it doesn't help us reach self-love and self-worth if we're not true to what we feel, if we don't acknowledge what we feel, if we don't embody it fully before releasing it. So we have the concept of walls in this session. We're not going to talk about too much about walls and limitations, but in this context it will be helpful to just define what are some of the ways that we can have boundaries towards helping ourselves feel better. So one of which would be saying no when we're tired, and one of which would be not over-explaining ourselves, one of which would be allowing ourselves to wash out the shampoo from the hair when the matter was flooded. And some of that is manifested as a form of self-love and self-care, and deciding consciously that no, actually, it doesn't matter what's going on outside because inside I'm very strong. I know exactly what I want to feel. I know exactly who I want to be. And we are going to create a declaration, and we are going to affirm it because this is our tribe, and we are reprogramming ourselves to be accepted with our tribes in the most authentic, most trusting self. So I want you all to make a vow to yourself. From today, I accept the possibility for me to be more trusting, open, courageous, loving, etc. And then we can all say, we affirm your decision. So when you're ready, you just raise your hand, and then we can all in a group yell, we affirm your decision. Okay. I'm going to give you a few seconds to think of your sentence. Yeah. I feel like it's better. Usually what we do is we go one by one, and then we all affirm our decision. But I think I'm being time conscious today, so we're going to do it in a group. So you're only going to think about it, and then we can all get we affirm your decision. Is everyone ready? Yes. Do you have thought through the sentence in your mind? Yes. Okay. In 3, 1, 2, 3. We affirm your decision. Well done. That was powerful, but not as powerful as we can be. More expressive, more trusting. Can we do it louder? Yes. In 3, 1, 2, 3. We affirm your decision. Woo! Well done. And that is all. I will leave you with the quote: the world of peace is not accomplished on a global, national level. It has to be individual. The reason why is because everything that we do, everything that we project is reflected in reality. So if I'm smiling, other people must be smiling, or at least tempted to smile. If I am loving, other people will be tempted to love, because exposure is everything. So if you purposely put yourself with positive people, after a few days, your brain is going to follow them. Your brain is going to be, oh wow, that person, they're very loving, they're very giving, they're expressing their full of love. I want to be around them, I want to learn from them, and even on a subconscious level we do, because we expose ourselves to that situation. And it does sound like a cliche, but it is true on an atomic, on a molecular level, and a conscious level, spiritual, emotional. We are all part of the same consciousness. So that is all for today. Thank you very much. Just a quick recap. So the emotional maturity is a part of the curriculum that's called Leadership of the Heart. So this is one of the parts. The other parts are self-worth and spirituality. Spiritual maturity. It's usually presented by other presenters, but we have now recruited new and young professionals to do and to deliver the parts of the leadership of the heart, and we have a revamped program in progress. Yeah.
Again, let's give it up for Anna. Reiterate that this program was founded by WFWP America, and this is one segment of the education program, and then they've got another one. The family is the school of love, and the family is the cornerstone to peace. So there's another whole set of curriculums for that as well. This is looking more on the individual. The next segment is more on family, and then the community as well. So yeah, well done, Agnes.
Can I say something quickly? Yeah, so if you want these slides, there is a form on the website that you can fill in and we can send the slides to you. But I will include the link to that place in the report from this weekend.
With a donate button underneath?
No, there's no donate, it's for free.
Yeah, but you should put a donate button anyhow. People can donate freely.
Well, it's not to donate. I don't want that to be, the thing is, I don't want that to be an obstacle. If you want to donate.
It doesn't stop me from downloading stuff for free.
We will put the donation information there.
Okay, thank you very much, Anna. It was very interesting. I didn't know this curriculum. So. Now we have another curriculum, but I would like to invite Marsha because she wants to introduce this curriculum, right? This is Building a World of Peace, the Woman's Way.
We need to just get to ask.
So, this
We put a donate button. You don't have to.
but then there are some strange marks. No? There's
You
no
know that
strange
asking
marks.
again. Asking you, sure it's in
Okay.
the Bible.
So, building a world of peace, the women's way. And I wanted to just explain a little bit about what this is to you. And so this character education program was launched last year publicly on Zoom with words by Zoe Bennett and Caroline Hanschen, and the presentation was done by Kefilwe. And so we are going to watch Kefilwe's presentation on the video. But the preparation of this curriculum goes back to 2015 and even earlier. I'm not going to mention all the contributors, but if you go and if you find this curriculum, you will see there are many women who contribute with something. And these contents that were contributed by different women, they became part of the main content in one way or another. And to this day, they are attachments to of importance to the main content. So the educational curriculum has the ambition to empower young women, but also anyone, in order to bring peace. And It's meant to be a support and an inspiration for women to live in peace and become peace leaders. So initially it was a 3-part module called, and I'm going to give you the names, Time for Women, Heal Yourself, Your Family and the World. That was the original name of it. And part 1 was living for the sake of others and finding our cosmic value. So very much in the same way that Anna was explaining, is self-development. Number 2, the value of family, the value of participating and contributing to a global family. And number 3, creating the environment for women to graduate to a community level of responsibility and live for a world of peace. So these were the names. So you are going to see something different now because it has developed throughout the years. And Kefilwe is going to make the presentation, and there is a lot to it. I hope that this material will be valuable for you, and you can use it in your mission.
So I think it's about 40 minutes.
No.
25 minutes.
Oh, okay.
No. Her presentation is like 21 minutes, more or less. I measured that.
Okay. Right, here we go.
So you have to go to her.
Yeah, she's coming. But the sound.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Can you not move to minute 20 something?
It is already there.
Right.
No, more than.
No, it's perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, but the computer is not connected to the sound. So,
I don't think this is loud enough.
no, they didn't do it. Right, so, speaker on the computer, so when you are quiet, we tried the
Yes.